Woman addicted to eating toilet paper rolls. Mom says it's like crack.
This was one of my potentials. Yeah.
A woman who's addicted to eating toilet paper rolls says she is getting through around 75 sheets of the stuff every single day, with her mom claiming it's like crack to her. Kesha, who lives in the U.S. city of Chicago, was featured on TLC show My Strange Addiction because she has a condition called xylophagia, an eating disorder that concerns consumption of paper. The 34-year-old has been munching loo roll pretty well every single day for 23 years. She believes that her compulsion comes from a childhood trauma that she suffered in 6th grade when she moved out of her house and in with her grandmother and aunt. But she can't shake the habit these days.
All we had to eat was toilet paper.
Yeah, I still don't get how that. I think I crave it because I love the way the toilet paper feels in my mouth, how it dissolves when it hits my tongue, she said.
She couldn't just eat like cotton candy.
Yeah. Toilet paper is like crack. She admits that she had a hard time going to the bathroom if she eats too much, and says that she experiences stomach cramps. Kesha also says that she prefers two-ply rolls because they are easier to digest. Her worried mother said every time I'd see Kesha, she'd have tissue in her hand, and she'd try to hide it behind her back.
For her, like a toilet paper roll is like a fruit by the foot.
If you tried to take it from
75 feet.
her, she'd get upset. I've never been able to understand why she eats tissue. I never will. However, there are real problems with this habit. A psychiatrist, Kim Dennis, told her on the show. She said, if your intestines rupture inside your abdomen, that could be fatal and could be fatal pretty quickly. You're putting your body at risk and playing Russian roulette with your life. Eating paper is obviously not a usual thing to do, and it can definitely be dangerous for you, though it might not ultimately be fatal. Kesha got a stark warning from the doctor on the show. The desire to eat things and cravings for things that aren't food is known as pica, which comes from the Latin word for magpie. I don't know why. Okay.
Because they'll fucking eat anything.
Whilst most commonly noticed in pregnant people, it can exhibit in others as we can see from this case. In Kesha's case, she was unaware that her condition was potentially damaging to her health until speaking with Kim Dennis. But hopefully, we will have found help to stop her putting herself at risk as a result of her strange addiction. So we talked about that lady who ate her mattress before,
Right.
and now this lady eats toilet paper. Man, I mean, you would think maybe who is it? Procter and Gamble. They could like market this to people.
Now in Cherry.
Out of food.
She like, sits on the toilet like struggling to take a dump because she's doing this to herself. And all the while she's like, oh, a snack. It's a vicious circle. It is.
It's a cycle. I don't know how people get that way, man. I think I told you guys before. Like I've heard of cases where people have been lost at sea, and like their body tells them what nutrients they're missing. So like if they get like a fish in the ocean or something, they'll start eating the eyes because they need zinc, and that's what the zinc is. And that kind of makes sense. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe your body can tell what's what, but. In this case, there's no evolutionary sense to this.
No, and it's not like there's any sort of like minerals or anything in there that you'd think her body would crave. Yeah, I've heard of people in like, countries, like poor countries, like kids will sometimes like eat dirt, and same thing. It's like their body's missing some sort of mineral or something, and so they get attracted to the dirt or whatever. But yeah, this one's especially weird, just like the mattress lady, because like there's nothing
foam.
there.
Yeah.
But it kind of glosses over. Like we figured it developed when she moved in with her other relatives or whatever. But it's like was just the moving like to a different place traumatizing? Like,
well, she says that it was comforting to have something that was like that just like dissolved in her mouth. Like the way it felt was comforting, but I don't know if that's the exact reason. Like the correlation to her moving and that happening.
Yeah, it was very odd.
Yeah, I don't know what initially led to her making that decision to put it in her mouth.
Also, I found it weird that the article mentions that she finds 2-ply easier to digest than 1-ply. You would almost
Yeah.
think like the thinner stuff would digest
Yeah.
easier.
Dissolve faster and everything on the tongue. Yeah, and what you mentioned about cotton candy, that's the same mouthfeel.
Yeah. Although that might be less healthy since it's pure sugar.
Toilet paper might be healthier.
Maybe the toilet paper is healthier. Yeah. But yeah, definitely a strange case of
Yeah.
what do they call it? Pica?
Yeah.